What is going on YouTube? It is your boy ThunderBuddy29 here, back today with another video, and now the time has finally arrived, where now we are near the very end of Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1, as we now begin our final countdown to Chapter 4 Season 2, as we are now just a few days away. But as we're now just a few days away, I kind of want to give my final thoughts of this current season as it's slowly coming to an end. Now, before I deep dive into this video, I just want to say I hope you enjoy these types of videos, and if you do enjoy this video, please smash the like button down below, hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends, and hit that little bell so you'll never miss another video. And also, you can join the channel today for as low as $2 a month. It really helps out the channel, it helps keep the amazing content going. Join today, link in the description below. But anyways, back to the video. So today I'm going to give my final thoughts of Chapter 4 Season 1, and just discuss what I really thought of it. So let's start with the very first category of the video, and let's talk about the loophole. Now, it cannot be denied that this was actually a pretty decent loophole. It was arguably one of the best loopholes that we have seen in a very long time. Definitely better than most of Chapter 3's loopholes. I mean, the shotguns, I did criticize them for being weak, but they definitely did improve as the season went on. But the only shotgun that did not improve and was completely dog shit and needed to be taken out of the game was the heavy shotgun. I mean, this shotgun was just terrible. I mean, the damage was but what really bothered me the most about it was the accuracy. The accuracy of it was ass. I mean, the SMGs, the ARs were fine, but there is one thing I will point out about the ARs. The SCAR's accuracy was completely ass. Like, it was a complete disgrace of what they did to it. I mean, the damage is fine, but the accuracy is fucking dog shit. It's like Chapter 2 Season 6's accuracy. It's that bad. I think one of the biggest highlights of the season was the fact that they brought back a lot of OG items. Items that we have not seen in a very long time. Especially the Slurp Juice, which is an item we have not seen since Chapter 1, which is absolutely insane. But the one thing that I did not like about one of their updates was the fact that they took out a lot of the weapons that we liked on the very last week of the season and replaced them with more weapons that we haven't seen in a while either. I still arguably think that that should have been done in the very next season. But here's another item that I will talk about that I've openly criticized a lot as the season went on, and that was the Deku Smash Mythic. Like, this Mythic is absolutely so fucking annoying. It's just as annoying as Kamehameha. And speaking of that, they were both in the season at the same time at one point. But when the Dragon Ball Z Collab Part 2 ended, Kamehameha was taken out with it. But with the Deku Smash Mythic, it was not. It stayed in the season for the whole entire time. I just wish it would have gotten taken out of the game at the same time the My Hero Academia collab ended. And like what I said before, I do not hate Dragon Ball Z or My Hero Academia in any way. I just hate these Mythics because of how overpowered and annoying they can be. Even at one point, I even compared this to Chapter 2 Season 4 because of how annoying the Marvel Mythics were. But other than all the items I just talked about, this loophole was definitely a massive improvement compared to most of Chapter 3's, and even some of Chapter 2's to a certain extent. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the map. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually had a lot of fun with this map. I actually think it was a pretty decent map, and it was very good for the launch of a new chapter. But the only thing I'm going to criticize about it was the lack of changes. Like, I was very disappointed in the lack of changes. Back when Chapter 3 launched, it was pretty boring, but at least they added in a new location in the middle of the season, but sadly we didn't see anything like that for this one. Like, hardly anything changed. It kind of explains why I started getting bored of the season back in January, but when February came, you had that big update, the season actually did make a big comeback. But speaking of map changes, this is going to take me to the third thing we're going to talk about in this video, and that is bots and AIs. Back in February, when the same update came out where you had all the OG items return, they also brought back the henchmen as well. And let me tell you, they were so fucking annoying. And they weren't in just a few specific locations, they put them in nearly every major location all across the map. It's kind of the reason why people started comparing this to Chapter 2 Season 2. Except they were like the Chapter 2 Season 2 henchmen, except it's like they had aimbot attached to them or something, because every single one of their shots did so much damage. And worst part too is, it took so many bullets to take one down. They were like fucking Terminators. And this disappointed me because out of all the possible map changes that could have came during the season, that was the only one we got. And the next thing we're going to talk about, and this is the last thing we're going to talk about before the conclusion, is the Battle Pass. Now, at the beginning of the season, I didn't really care much about the Battle Pass, but the more I played on and the more I looked into it, the more I started to appreciate this Battle Pass. One example of why I started to appreciate this Battle Pass was the fact that they decided not to make the Tier 100 skin a crossover like they did for every single season since the end of Chapter 2. That's the one thing I really appreciated about this Battle Pass. And the skins too, they actually were not that bad. Definitely a lot better than this upcoming Battle Pass. But for my final conclusion, this season was actually a pretty good season. Even to the point, I actually think this season was a lot better than most of Chapter 3 seasons. Like, the Loophole was mostly good, but it had a few bads in it. The Battle Pass improved. The map was actually pretty decent. But the only real disappointment were the lack of changes, or sometimes good changes. And for my final rating of the season, I would definitely give it at least a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10 at most. Great job, Epic. Well done. But my real concern right now is I'm worried that next season is going to be worse than this one. But we will find out soon enough. But what do you guys think of this season? Did you enjoy it or not enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you did enjoy or agree with this video, please smash the like button down below, hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends, and click that bell for notifications so you'll never miss another video. Follow me on social media. I love you all to death. I appreciate all the support you have been giving me, as we are now closing in on 5,650 subscribers. I love you all to death. Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video. And this is ThunderBuddy29, sign off.